Hi, everybody. Like it says in the description, we're on Kouri Richins trial day 12. Okay. So also, the reason why I waited so long to put this video out is because, I told you guys that the jury wasn't even going to be there till 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's about 3 o'clock my time. And so we didn't really have much. All they talked about was what they were gonna let in, what they were gonna let out, the finalities of that and stuff. And then they didn't even have any kind of witness until 3 o'clock. Then it got interesting, and I mean really interesting. Okay, because um, Carmen Lawler, the housekeeper, the former housekeeper, she had testified before. And that was when I lost my stuff because the one of the attorneys was kind of a witch, and she let it be known that she had a learning disability and stuff. But what I'm telling you is that the way she elicited the information is not the correct way to do it. Okay? You don't want the witness to leave the stand crying. If that's the case, you're doing something wrong. And furthermore, unless you're trying to prove a point, and this is a personal opinion of mine, unless you're trying to prove a point with some of the information you're trying to gather, some of the information isn't necessary. And that piece of information was not necessary to bolster the case in any way, in my opinion. So she was just being a total witch. Oh. Okay. So then we get to her, and it turns out that the only reason, now get this, the only reason they want to call her is because apparently she violated her probation from like 3 years ago. Apparently, she was in jail for some other charge. And she was going to be on probation, but she had to sign a agreement or whatever saying that she wouldn't do certain things. So then I thought that, I mean, it had been going around that, oh, something's going to happen today. And I said, oh, okay. And then some other people were like, oh, she had a drink. Okay. And this I know. There are a couple things about the law I just happen to know just because. Okay, one of the usual things about probation is you can't have, well, two things. You can't have a weapon, and you can't have spirits. You know, okay, because that's a direct violation of probation, right? Okay, so I thought they were gonna say that she had spirit, right? Well, didn't turn out that way because the lawyer and I stick to this, and it was like in my freaking soul. This lawyer knew that the lawyer knew the witness was going to be confused, and she totally used it to her advantage. But she made the witness look stupid again on purpose, because if she had directed her to what she was talking about, then she wouldn't have even said that she had another violation, because the the jury, okay, boy, okay, calm down. The jury is supposed to be unbiased here, okay? They're supposed to be fair and impartial. Well, you can't really get fair and impartial when the witness says, oh yeah, I have another violation that you don't even know about. What the? This woman is a witch. The lawyer is a witch. Wow. Okay. So then I'm like, oh, okay. Then she gets off the stand, and then the next person comes on, and it's a detective. And all the detective did was look through the text messages of Kouri and Eric, right? Okay. So I thought it was going to be kind of boring. And it was in some parts, but in some parts were like, oh my God. Okay, so uh, advice. Now, this is my opinion, but just as a lay person, I want to give you some friendly advice. Um, if you have the like itch to text everything, you might want to think about what you text because who knows? You might be on trouble for something and it might come back to bite you. Cause believe you me, some of the text messages were like totally cringe worthy. Oh my god! Wow! Wow! Uh, and he was reading it, or he was showing it on the screen, and I was like, "She said that? She actually wrote that down." Wow! Basically, every text message you read makes her sound worse and worse. I can't make this up. Oh, and then also this is the key thing. Okay, so this guy, Detective Driscoll, is going to be the state's last witness. So then probably tomorrow, because it's kind of late. I mean, it's late here, but I'm assuming they stop at 5. Um, so the defense is going to put on their side starting tomorrow, I would guess. Because I kind of told you that I kind of had a feeling that the state was almost done. Okay. But then also, what pointed me to it was one of the lawyers said that she wanted, what was it, 30 minutes to confer with her client whether or not she wanted to testify, basically. But she said something about Rule 14 or something. I don't know. But it's basically, are you sure you want to testify? You know, the thing of because usually what people do to CYA in this situation is you don't testify, and then they have to give the instruction of you cannot base your decision on the fact of whether or not the defendant testifies or not. We have, as citizens, we have the right to not self-incriminate, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what they usually say. But I guess she hasn't made the decision, like formally or whatever, whether she's going to testify or not. So I'm pretty sure if it's going to happen, it's going to be tomorrow. But it's going to be a cluster F. But then again, honestly, the whole time has been a cluster F. It's just becoming more and more so every day. So I don't know. If it wasn't so tragic, it'd be kind of I don't know, um, slightly amusing at how stupid it all is. But it's tragic because somebody lost their life, you know, and kids lost their father, all that stuff. But oh my god, the level of wow is just, and I don't mean, okay, there are different kinds. This is kind of funny to have to explain this. But okay, when I say wow, there are different kinds of wow. If I go, wow, that's kind of good. If I go, wow, that's not so good. If I go, wow, they did, the more words I add to the wow, the worse it is. Okay? Just for context. So when I say wow, it's not the good connotation all the time. Just clarity's sake. All right. Bye, everybody.